So if you open LeetCode today, you see 3000 problems, and most people quit not because they are bad at coding, but because they don't know where to start. So, hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Rahul, and today we are going to discuss how to start LeetCode in 2026. Right. So, in this video, I will show you exactly how to start LeetCode in 2026, whether you are a student or a working software engineer, without burnout and without random problem solving. So I have divided this particular roadmap, you say, into four sections. In each section, I'm explaining what things you should do to actually approach problems on LeetCode, right? So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the first is why most people fail at LeetCode, right? So the biggest mistake beginner make uh, is is this: they treat LeetCode like a test, right? Most of the people thought that LeetCode is a test, but uh, they treat it as a test, but not like a training, right? They jump into random problem, like they jump into random problems. Uh, they try to solve hard problem earlier or copy solution without understanding, right? So these are the mistake which most of the beginner and most of the people are doing while solving the lead code problem, right? So lead code is not about solving everything, right? You should understand this. It's about building problem solving muscle. Like the gym, like doing random exercise won't help you to build a muscles, right? So lead code is similar. Lead code is not just a, lead code is not kind of a test which you have to complete. It's a training which actually build your brain muscles, so that you can able to solve a real world problem, right? So this is the issue which generally people face. uh, they just start with a random problem. They pick a hard problem because what happen is, let's say if you are a new to lead code, then you directly jump to the hard problem, so you won't able to solve it, right? There is a very less probability, there is a very less probability that you are able to solve that particular problem in once, right, for the first time, right? So this is a mistake which people actually make. So try to avoid this. Don't directly jump towards it. Treat it as a training, not like a test, right? And always start with the easy problem. Don't just directly jump towards the medium or a hard problem, right? And don't copy solution without understanding, right? I see a lot of people, they read a problem. If they do not get the idea of what the problem is saying, they just simply went to the problems solution section, they copy and they paste and they submit. Trust me, this is not going to help you. You are just increasing the number of count in your profile. It is not going to help you in online assessments when you are dealing with such problem, because at that time you do not have the this kind of resource where you can just copy and paste, right? And it is not going to help you to actually approach and actually solve those problem, right? So this is the first thing which most beginner faces. Not about the beginner, most people who are solving lead code for a long time still have these kind of problem they are facing. So try to avoid this. It will actually, it will not going to help you. So try to avoid these kind of thing. The second thing is, I'm going to share is the correct lead code roadmap, like how to actually approach and how to actually start solving the problem on lead code, right? That will help you to actually solve problem in much better way. So I have divided into four steps, right? So the first thing is pick one language, right? I see a lot of people are confused. They thought that, like, they confuse a lot. They thought start with C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, and they are really confused about the language, like which language to choose. Like someone suggesting, like they watch a lot of tutorials, someone suggesting Java, someone suggesting C++, JavaScript. People says that use C++ because it is faster, you are doing competitive programming, but that not the case. Everything because problem solving is not depending upon any particular language, it depend upon your problem solving skills, right? So don't rush, or don't confuse about what to choose. Just pick any of the language, either it would be your C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, because at the end of the day, you are actually improving your problem solving skill. You are not improving your language, your knowledge of particular language, right? So your main goal is to actually improve your problem solving skills, right? So pick any of the language. It would be C++, Java, Python, JavaScript. I preferably use Java because it's object oriented programming, and if you use Java for solving such problems, so it will also help you to work on the system design, where you can actually learn those things, because it is a object oriented language. I'm not saying you to actually use Java. You can choose any language. The language doesn't matter. The only thing which matter over here is the problem solving skill, right? So choose whatever languages you want, or whatever language you prefer. I generally use Java. It's my preference. You can use anyone, either C++, Python, or JavaScript, right? So the first step you should do is to pick one language. Now the second thing is follow topic order. This is really important, right? People didn't understand the importance of this particular thing, that order is actually matter, because it help you to build the knowledge to actually solve the problem, uh, which require the combination of different kind of problems, right? For example, so I have divided it, like I have written a order of how to start with. So first thing, you should definitely start with arrays and strings. It will actually give you an basic idea of how to actually uh, work with the linear data structures, because you know about arrays, you know about strings. So solve the easy problem of these concepts, then move to hashing, where you are actually dealing with some hash map and other data structures. That will, because if you know how to work with arrays, then when you came to hashing, you use the properties of array. Like, the problem are related to array or string, but you use hashing over here, like the hashing data structure, to solve those problem. So that's why, if you do not have knowledge of array and string, you cannot able to implement hashing over here, right? So that is the really important. The order is actually matter. And once you're done with the hashing, then start with the two pointer and sliding window. These are the same thing. It will actually help you to give you a good idea about how to actually work with arrays, strings, in a different way, because every problem have a different kind of requirement and how to achieve them. So we have a different approaches. So these are the standard approaches, like learn two pointers and sliding window approach. If you learn this, it will actually going to help you a lot in future problems, because it these pattern help you to solve some more hard problem as well, right? Once you're done with this is the best this part. Once you have a clear idea about array, strings, then it's time to move to learn about stacks and queue. These are the two different data structures which you have to use. Talking about stack, you know what is stack. Stack is follow like LIFO order, last in first out, and the queue is first in first out order. So learn about this. They help you to actually deal with some different scenarios, because till this step you have work upon some simple cases, not simple, but some small scenarios. But when it comes to stacks and queue, that will actually help you to actually work with some different data structure as well, right? So next things, start with stack and queue, then binary search. uh, Honestly, people underestimate the power of binary search. Binary search is really important. It is not just to search an element, or like it is not just finding that particular element and returning it or searching it. Binary search, it actually help you a lot. It help you to solve much harder problem, where you never imagine that binary search should be, or like uh, binary search you can be used over here, where you are actually using it. So binary search is really important, where you like initially start with the normal binary search problems, where you are finding the like finding the number, finding the number of occurrences, first occurrences, last occurrences. Once you are done with it, then come with binary search on answer. That is really a uh, really great concept of binary search, or like the pattern you can say, which we use while using binary search over here. And trust me, Amazon, I see like in Amazon and other company, they prefer binary search on answer questions, but with some variation. So do learn this. concept, it will actually help you. Then come to a part of recursion and backtracking. I don't know people why afraid, why uh with like just by hearing the word of recursion and backtracking. Initially it is difficult for you to actually understand the flow of recursion and backtracking, like how they are actually working in the background, right? But they are not that much difficult. Just learn. Make sure whenever you are solving a problem related to recursion or backtracking, always do a dry run with your copy and pen. Don't just directly jump towards the problem or writing the code, because when you write, uh, when you like use your pen and paper, so you actually and when you create a tree diagram, so you get an idea about, okay, this is why this flow is working and why this flow is not working, what this flow is going to give me. So it will give you a lot of good idea, right? Then come to trees. If you do not know recursion, trees, graphs, dynamic programming are like tree and graph are not going you are not able to solve the problems of tree and graph, because in most of the cases you are actually using recursion over here, right? Then learn trees, then graphs. These are just I don't know people why make told that these are the really difficult topics, but these are really, I'm not saying easy topics, but if you have a good understanding of recursion and backtracking, then tree and graph become really easy for you to actually approach, right? Then come to the another part, which is dynamic programming. People thought that dynamic programming is not for them. It is really hard, but it is not like that. If you know till this point, don't just directly jump towards dynamic programming, because here we are actually optimizing the approach of recursion and backtracking. So do not touch DP on day one. Learn these things first. Once you have a clear idea of recursion and backtracking, then it's good to actually jump towards the solution, like to optimization, because in dynamic programming we are actually optimizing the problems of optimizing the solution which we have written in our recursion or backtracking format, right? So this is really important. People thought that dynamic programming is really difficult, but that's not the case. If you have a if you have a base build, then dynamic programming is not that much difficult which you thought, right? So now come to the difficult strategy, right? So how to actually work with. So start with easy, right? Then medium, and then when you got a confidence that okay, I'm able to solve such problems, then move towards hard. What happen is, in most of the hard problems you are actually using the concept of two to three different problems, right? So it is better to solve few problem of easy. Try to solve as much medium problem as you can, because medium problems are actually really good. They actually build your problem solving skill, and with the help of the problem which you have solved, you are actually able to solve hard problem. Because if you see, hard problem are always the combination of one to two different approaches, right? So follow this particular strategy for difficulty level, because hard problem are optional, not mandatory. Interviews are clear with strong fundamentals, not ego, right? So don't think that if you are not able to solve a hard problem, then it is not, you are not able to clear an interview or anything, right? So don't think like that. And now a fourth thing is daily target, very important, right? Don't aim for 10 problems a day, right? Aim for mm, it's 1 to 2 problem a day. Deeply understand the problem, write solution yourself, because it actually help you to when you are starting with the basics, right? Initially, so if you are solving 1 to 2 problem daily and writing the solution by your own, understanding the core concept, that will actually help you to solve such difficult problem. Because don't think that on the day one you are able to solve every problem. That's not the case. Maybe you are able to solve, I'm not saying that, but try to solve the problem with your own thinking. Even if you are not able to solve, watch solution, understand why the approach which you are using is not working, and what the person whom tutorial you are watching is working. Understand the core concept behind it. Don't memorize, because that not going to help you. Because if you memorize the solution, then in online assessment, in lead code contest, you are not able to solve the problem which are little variation of the problem which you have solved in past, right? So this is really important. Now coming towards the next section, so how much time you actually need, right? So this is really important. So for the students, those are in in their college, so 1.5 to 2 hours a day is really important. Is I guess it's must to actually give one point, like 1.5 to 2 hours a day, because it will help you to actually uh, learn those things. Because first you are learning the concept, then you are implementing by your own self, then understanding the core idea behind it. So that is the reason for the students 1.5 to 2 hours a day is enough. Then talking about the working devs, for the working devs 45 to 60 minutes is enough. 45 to 60 minutes, it's a day is really important, because they do not have that much of time to actually solve those problems, because they also have to manage their own work as well. So for the students 1.5 to 2 hours a day is must, because even a 30 minutes daily for a 6 month is better than 6 hours once a week. So this is the important part, which where we are actually dealing with how much time you actually need to actually solve the problem. I talked about for the students and talked about the working types, right? So now the fourth section is the common mistake what the people what the people generally do while solving such lead code problems. So avoid this problem, or like avoid these mistakes if you really want to improve your knowledge or your problem solving skills. So avoid watching solution immediately. Don't just directly watch the solution immediately, because that is not going to help you. Second thing is comparing. I see uh, comparing the problem count with others. Don't compare the number of problems maybe your friend have solved. uh, Maybe like your friend have solved 400 problem and you are still stuck at 200. Don't compare, that will not going to help you, because the only thing over here is matter is the consistency and the level of understanding of problem solving, not the number of count. Because what happened, like your friend had solved 400 problem but still not able to solve online assessment problem, that not going to matter, right? So that's why avoid this. And the third is chasing streak over understanding. I see a lot of people they just copy a solution from a solution or discussion section and then paste and then submit just to make a streak post on LinkedIn and Twitter and any other platform. Don't do that. That will not going to help you. To just you are able to increase your streak but not able to improve your problem solving skill. So that's should you should avoid this. Lead code rank doesn't matter. Thinking clarity does, right? So this is all about which the roadmap you can say. I have divided it into a four section. So if you follow this roadmap, lead code will stop feeling scary. In my next video I will talk about which engineering skill you must learn in 2026 beyond lead code. Subscribe if you want structured honest guidance, not hype. And thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.